question. When you say live picture, am I coming up again at the 9:30 block, which is fine if I am. Just asking if I am. No one's told me. Okay. Okay, and just so everybody knows, there's chanting going on out here. You should want to take this. We got more police coming. you guys say you're taking me again? I think you did, right? Coming up soon?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. And Tanya, were you out here earlier the day before things kind of took a turn? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
What's your last name?
Okay. Well, yeah, we are seeing definitely more people coming up to the skirmish line here, but I did want to introduce you to Daniel. Why don't you come over here with me? Leslie had asked earlier if I could talk to the people around here, and Daniel was putting a sign up, so I thought I'd ask him to be talked to us. Daniel, you told me you got caught up in the tear gas as well. Describe what happened to you.
Oh, just tasted a little tear gas. Tasted like fascism.
What brought you out here today to protest? Okay. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you. Okay, going back over here, we have the skirmish line here. You can see the people are coming closer and closer to that line. I also want to mention, you're going to see right here, one of the problems with this location is you see traffic is still flowing here. So I think that puts police in a very challenging spot as these protesters continue to advance forward to them, because we have all this traffic here, traffic that's continually moving through. So I don't know if at any point this is going to be shut down, so they can have a better handle on this area, but that is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of honking going on. And then behind this row of officers, there's even more officers. We believe those to be LAPD officers, but I can't say that for 100%. We saw tons of patrol cars come through here about 15 minutes ago. So that is that's what's happening out here right now. Like I said, the police really, traffic is moving here, so it's a very challenging spot for officers to try to handle this. Now, I do see protesters are sitting right down on the road, in the middle of the road here, and they're also, it's very dangerous what's happening here. You have cars moving, you have people right in front of the cars. It's only a matter of time. Hopefully no one gets hurt here, but the protesters are really putting themselves in a situation here that's not safe. You're in the middle of the road. So now I see officers advancing here behind, more officers coming up. I can't hear if they're talking or what they're saying. I can just see what's happening in front of me, and that is what I'm seeing. Okay, they're moving again. They're moving again. Yep. Here we have more movement. Yeah, I would not say it's not tense out here. It's definitely tense out here. And we were hit multiple times with the tear gas, along with people in the crowd as well. The tensions have not de-escalated at all. You have people sitting in the middle of the street. Officers are running up and they're advancing. It's definitely not. It's a tense situation out here. Now, yes, we don't have the big. Now, I would say perhaps there's more officers than protesters, but that doesn't make it any more tense than it was earlier before. It's extremely tense out here. Tensions are high. People are angry. These people are angry. I have not heard any of the commands, but again, it is very noisy out here. There's people honking, there's helicopters all over, there's people screaming. I have not heard it, but that's not to say it hasn't been said yet. I did want to mention that as you guys were talking, a group of people were screaming at the people behind me here, saying something along the lines of, if you're going to be here, and asking people to move up to that line where they are with the police. They wanted more of a presence on the protester side, and they were asking people to come up and join them. I also wanted to mention, too, as this traffic goes by, I've also noticed a lot of drivers on their phones taking videos of all this that's happening here as they're driving by, too. So everyone is trying to capture this as it happens in real time. I'm also seeing the police, they're moving back, they're moving the lines back a little bit, but there's still a presence in the front here. Now, they might be switching out, Leslie. They are LAPD officers, which I heard you mention, and so they might be switching out with the other officers, but there's still police here. Okay, thank you. still hear me, what's going on now is apparently police are forming another line here at the corner of Temple and Alameda, and so they're pushing people out that way. That's what's happening. I'm trying to, let's see if I can see. Oh, okay. Another line, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. So did you hear me? That's okay. Well, I guess you don't need to. No, that's okay. I just wanted to let you know what's going on out here. So basically, police have formed another skirmish line, and that's why people are moving around. That was it. And I'll say it in the end. You're welcome. And hey, I'm sorry about that interview. Leslie wanted me to get somebody, and I did. And I told him not to say any bad words. I didn't think he was going to say that. Yeah, got that. Yeah, I have a good update for you now. First, I want to tell you that police have formed another line at Alameda Street further down, and so they pushed people out that were kind of huddled back over there, and they made their way over here. And now coming back to where we are here, there's a big group of LAPD officers, and I saw they have a big stack of those zip ties. So, and you know what? I think I may have heard that dispersal order. But I think arrests are on deck here. They're coming because officers, I see they have the zip ties. They're moving. They will be moving closer. And I want to say I've been hearing the dispersal, but it's so hard to tell with all these helicopters above us here. But this is the most we've seen when it comes to potential arrests happening. Okay, I'll send it back to you. advanced forward here. They've told people they need to leave the area, and as soon as the officers did, a bunch of people scattered, but there's still some here facing off with the officers and not listening to their commands here to leave the area. They've asked them numerous times to leave, and they will not leave. So that, and the officers are here. They're standing by, and they're watching the scene here.
Hold it. Put to that side. We're gonna keep pushing down to that side. Side step to our right.
No, because when the officers advance forward, everybody scatters and runs, and so they haven't arrested anybody. But you know, officers are moving more. They're moving. I mean, no, there's been no arrests that I've seen, but that doesn't make this any less of a situation out here. Now there is a protester that just fell over there, and now it looks like we might be having an arrest over there. It's hard to say because there's a lot of officers blocking my view, but I did see him fall. I did see him fall, and now he's on the ground. So that might be the first arrest of the night here. But you know, this. Let's see. Yes, that is an arrest, Leslie. Yeah. But most everyone, though, when the officers have been moving forward, everybody else just kind of scatters and runs. That's the first time I saw somebody not do that. There's a what on the wall? Oh, they're climbing the wall. Okay. Oh, the sign, right? What's the sign?
But if you're, that's just my assumption. No, I don't. It literally hasn't been declared an illegal activity. Like this isn't an illegal program. They haven't said anything. They haven't announced it to disperse. You know what I'm saying?
Leslie's correct.
Fucking dead. my fucking dick, bro.
You guys are now like surrounded by all sides.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yes, We got more activity coming right now. Yeah, more activity right now. We had these patrol cars pull up, officers coming out. They look to be in their gear here with their shields down, and I'm not sure what direction they're going to be going, but they might be joining these officers to my right over here. But yeah, as we've been seeing a handful of people here in front of the police. They are just having conversation. At times, like Gio, like you mentioned, they're very expressive. There goes the officers now. They're jogging across here. Let's see where they go. I do know that people were jumping that fence over there as well earlier, but it seems like they've all gone away except for a couple of people running inside there. So it looks like LAPD is now just kind of getting a bigger presence out here at Alameda at the Temple. And they have blocked off, Leslie, you're right, all the way down by First Street here, which is, I think, a positive thing here, because remember, all this traffic was still coming through here, and I think it was making it difficult for them to get a handle on things here because they had all these cars moving through these intersections. But that's what it looks like out here. I haven't seen any more arrests, but I've also been just in a corner over here because police have pushed everybody back. So I don't know what's happening on the other side because I can't see that far.
Probably get over there.
Dispersal Street, and we are just right in front of the police line. They've have pushed everyone back, and they've really taken over this intersection here, which I've lost track of time, but I'm going to say maybe about 30 minutes ago, traffic was still flowing through here, which was causing a problem for police, I think, to really get a handle on the situation and be able to make their presence here. So now the street is blocked off. We have officers on all sides here, even all the way down by the detention center where this all started. And we do have two protesters talking to police right there. They haven't moved. There's also a bunch of, a handful of people over here as well. We have to be careful. There's some signage we can't show you out here because of bad language to really give you a full scope of the scene down here. A lot of helicopters in the air. The LAPD chopper has been making, circling around here as well. Where I am right now, it definitely feels like there's more police than protesters. I don't know where everyone else went. I did hear some people say we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a different story, though, because the National Guard's going to be here. So this whole scene could look very different when they get here as well. But that's what's happening right now. Just a lot of police presence here. They have the roads blocked off. I did see a big bus. It looked like it was a police bus, possibly for the people that were arrested. I only saw one person get arrested from where I'm at here, but there most likely are a lot more people that got arrested as well. We'll have to get the numbers from police later tonight. But that is what it looks like right here on the ground. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah, they've scattered beyond, definitely. They're definitely scattered. And I want to pick up where, Leslie, you were describing what happened, and I want to make it clear to people because I was standing right out there moments before the tear gas was deployed. We were getting ready to go for our live shot, and my back was turned. But we did see those protesters. They kept going closer and closer to the garage door there of the detention center there, and and behind those gates there were officers. And the only time we ever really saw the officers come out prior to all this was when they were escorting cars in from the federal cars that were going to the garage there. That's the only time we saw officers. Until that point, when the protesters got so close to those gates and they lit off a firework, that's when we saw and heard the smoke bombs go off and the tear gas and just, the chaos. People were running in all different directions. And remember, not only are the protesters running, police are also running towards you too. So it's a very chaotic and very scary situation because you can't see up from down. Your whole sense of where you are kind of gets flipped around because you're just in a cloud of gas that's burning your throat and your mouth and your eyes. So that's the description of what happened leading up to the tear gas being deployed. And now here, I don't like saying this because I don't want to, because anything can change in a dime here. Right now, it's quiet. There are police here. They have their lines open. I don't see many protesters at all. I heard that you said, Sky Cow, you were able to count how many people were arrested over by the fence there. I did see people try to jump the fence. Maybe those are the people that they arrested. I'm not sure. But we are completely surrounded here by LAPD officers who are holding the line here and, again, making the presence known that you cannot pass where they are. sorry. We lost IFB. Just give us a second. Yes, I do. I'm back. Yes. Yes, I hear them. Yeah. 2 minutes, okay. Right now we just saw a group of officers, LAPD officers, make their way back to their patrol cars over there. Their information walking back. We still, though, do have a line of officers blocking off Alameda here at Temple Street. You can see they've got it kind of cornered over here. And then I see all the way in the back, I do see a bunch of officers by that gate over there as well. Potentially SkyCal can probably see better than I can. They might have people over there that they potentially have arrested. There's a big cluster of officers over in that area. Right now, this is the calmest it's been all night since this all kind of got out of control since about, well, just before 9 o'clock, around 8:30 or so, when things really escalated here. But right now it's pretty calm. Officers are they have all the corners surrounded here, and I have not seen any protesters. There is a group of people, I'm not really sure if they're protesters or not, or just people just watching and seeing what's going on here. We have seen a lot of people just coming by just to watch this unfold. And so perhaps that's who these people are. I don't believe they were part of the original protest. But definitely a much calmer scene than what we've seen throughout earlier today. they're like giving
Resigned, so
excuse.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, where's Greg? He's like, don't worry, he's fine, he's fine. I'm like, okay, but.
I got excited because I heard like a rap or something. I'm like, wait, snacks on me? And I'm like, no, those are the algos I took before coming because I knew just like people had it.
They're shooting fireworks off down there.
Okay, thank you.
I learned earlier today.
We're changing batteries in the microphone, just so you know. New batteries are in. you can hear me, they're putting fireworks off to the side. I don't think it has anything to do with the situation, but there are fireworks going off. There's activity here? Oh, no. Hi, guys. Yeah, there's activity. There's someone's been putting off fireworks over here. I was just going to mention that, but I don't think it has anything to do with what's going on here. I think it's just people doing fireworks. Because they're like pretty fireworks, so.
And it stopped.
And now it's stopped, of course. Yeah, sure. So we see, I see some officers. It looks like they may be making their way towards us here in the distance on Alameda Street. We still have the officers in the line in front of us here. They've been holding this line steady. And then officers on the corner too. Now, behind Alameda Street, we did see some fireworks go off. I don't think that they had anything to do with the protest or anything like that. They were just people just setting off fireworks. So in addition to having all this going on, we have people setting off fireworks in downtown LA. But right now it is pretty quiet. I think police really have a good handle on this area here. Again, look at all we're showing you down Alameda Street. You can see news vans and just rows and rows of police cars down this road here. And then over here, police do have this part of this road blocked up as well. There's a patrol car on the street there as well. So they really do have all four corners here covered. As the situation continues right now, it's just kind of at a standstill. Everyone's kind of wondering what's going to happen next. And we're just waiting to see. I don't see where I'm at. There's no protesters. I'm not going to say these people behind me are protesters. They're just standing here, kind of watching all this going on. Definitely not the amount of people we saw earlier today. And as I'm looking over here, I do see some police. Again, it looks like they're they might be getting information here and making their way forward here. That's what we saw earlier. I think they're going to start walking here. We'll just kind of hold the shot here and see what happens. This might be just kind of moving on out. We'll see here as they decide what they're doing here. But again, we do have the police in front here. They're holding the line. No one has come up to them at this point in the last 20 minutes or so. Everyone's giving them their space, and it's a pretty quiet scene right now. See, are the police coming, or? I guess not quite yet, but I'm sure they're going to be moving momentarily here, maybe moving further down here on Alameda Street. Definitely a much different situation than what we saw earlier this evening when all this chaos was going on with people setting off real fireworks right in front of the detention center, tear gas being deployed, people scattering, running all over. I did hear protesters say that they're going to be back tomorrow, but as we've been mentioning, this is going to be a different scene tomorrow. The National Guard's going to be here. It's going to look a little different, and I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But when the National Guard's here, it's a much different situation. Definitely more, gives police more. There's more enforcement on the ground here when that happens. Oh, here come the officers now. Here they're making their way forward here, and my guess is they're going to walk right past us and probably go to their patrol or near the patrol cars here by the detention center. But this just really gives you a sense of just how many officers here are on the ground securing the scene here. And here they come right here. Leslie and Gio.
I was on ABC last night.
Right, and if you guys could still hear me. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, in one of those vans was one of the people that they detained. I believe it was the man that I saw that fell and then got detained as well. I think I saw him in that van there. So it looks like we have more cars. Here's the SWAT team. I believe this is the SWAT team coming up. It looks like they might be clearing out at this point. Here they come. And you can just see, all these officers, yeah. A lot of officers here.
Not getting through.
Right. Right. Oh, absolutely. Right. I'm right there with you. I know I hesitate to say clearing out because we all know things can change, so quickly. But, right, there's definitely still more police and law enforcement here on the ground than any protesters at this point. And I did notice, too, that cars were trying to come down the street over here, Alameda, but they were turned out Temple. I'm sorry, they were trying to come down Temple and hang a right in Alameda, but they can't because, of course, the officers are here in the line here as well. So, this really needed to happen because if you remember earlier tonight, traffic was flowing in both directions and we had protesters right in the middle of the road here on Temple Street, and it was very difficult for police to do any type of movement because you had cars coming right at you. So this needed to happen to close down the road here, and now they have a good handle on it, and it seems like things could be calming down. Okay. Right, and you know, I was just going to say that's exactly what I was noticing too, and watching the interaction with the protesters and the law enforcement. They do get right in front of the officers' faces with their phones, and they are videotaping them, and they're talking and they're yelling at them and going right in their faces. And then I also saw people, I don't know who they were with, but they did not look like they were any type of media, but they were interviewing people too. I saw they were stopping people in cars and interviewing them or asking them questions as they were going by with a microphone. Everyone that was here definitely is trying to capture what's going on. And again, I did see many people go right in front of the officers' faces with their phones and yelling at them and videotaping it as well. And the officers just stood there. You know, they didn't react, which is most part of the training. But I did notice that as well. Just wanted to mention that. no, it's okay. Yeah, I was just wanting to say that it looks like right now Temple and Alameda is open. You can see traffic is flowing through here, except, of course, if you wanted to go down. Wait, that is Temple and Alameda. I'm sorry. Temple is open. Alameda Street is not open because you can see the police are still here, but you see traffic flowing down Temple here, so that's a change. And definitely it is thinning out. It looks like the officers, the line is now broken. Possibly. I think they're going to be going out here. We'll see. Yeah, they're getting the formation. And now I say this, and then I think this is where Leslie was talking about down where these apartments are. Looks like there's a lot of activity down that way. Sky Cow probably is right over it. I do see that in the distance, but where I'm at right here, the officers are walking out, and there they go. Okay, thank you. Oh, keep going. Okay. So here come the officers here. They're walking. You see they're going back. All their patrol cars are parked over there by the news vans down that way, right in front of that detention center. And there is some activity. I see a lot of people. It's from where I'm at. Greg, can we flip this way? We can show everybody at home there what I'm looking at straight ahead there. That Leslie was mentioning that on the Sky Cow above, and that might be the group of protesters. Is that Leslie? Were those the protesters you were talking about down that way? Possibly. Hard to say. But that's what we're seeing down here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. They are, yeah. Yeah. And they're coming down. Yeah, and here come those patrol cars.
saw the ICE when they stopped, they rushed their cars.
What did they do?
Whatever protested for their rush ICE's vehicles, well, CBPs,
too much. I mean, I'm happy being over here and we can shoot back that way. That's fine. Or like even right here, I don't want to get in that crowd. What?
You still hear him?
I mean, barely. You guys, I'm so sorry. It's so loud out here. It's hard for me to hear. Single me up. Right. Okay. Okay. And I apologize again. It's really loud out here, so sorry if I'm not hearing you, but I heard that. Where are they going? Oh. Oh. You're fine. Okay.
You guys know what's going on down there?
Right, that's right, Gio. You know, and within the last 5 minutes here, officers did clear the skirmish line that was right over here that we've been showing you throughout the evening here. Right here at Temple and Alameda Street, you can see traffic is flowing. But when we flip the camera around further down, heading looking at First Street, in the distance there, you can see it looks to be like a crowd of people. And I want to go to some video from just moments ago when they were throwing objects at patrol cars and police cars as they were getting out of the area there. When police were clearing the scene, a group of agitators threw items at those patrol cars, and that's what you should be looking at right now. You know, this all started today. There was a peaceful protest that kicked off about 6 o'clock. It was very peaceful. At times people did go into the street, but it was nothing too out of the ordinary. But as soon as the sun went down, that is when we saw things escalate. Right around 8:15, 8:20 is when the group of protesters started going right up against the detention garage doors there. And behind them were officers on standby. But then somebody lit off a firework within the protester group, and that's when the officers immediately came out and they deployed tear gas, and there was clouds of smoke all over with tear gas in the air. And that is when things really did take a turn, and they were protesters were at a standoff with police for at least a couple hours, I would say, because it went from 8:30 all the way up until 10:30, really, when we were live out here showing, you know, the group out here. I did notice was protesters as they were leaving the area. Some said that they will be back tomorrow, but you know, tomorrow's going to be a much different situation. We have the National Guard coming, and that's really going to change the scene here if they do choose to come out. I also did see a number of protesters tagging the detention building and the building around it. It is fully covered in graffiti and tagging. Done by the protesters here tonight. Again, throughout most of the evening, it was very peaceful, but then it took a dramatic turn. Leslie and Gio, we'll send it back to you. Well, you know, we moved up a little bit, Leslie, from it because we weren't able to get back over there because police, you know, we had to move. So I'm not able to see who's still out there because we're too far away. We're about more than a block away from the detention center now, so I'm not able to see. But I mean, there's just because just because we don't see the police right here like we did earlier, that doesn't mean they're still not here. They are still in the area, and they are keeping a very close eye on things, including from above with the helicopter. LAPD's chopper has been circling numerous times in this area, so they are keeping a close eye on things. Oh, absolutely. And you know, and we've seen that throughout the night here. Just when you think it might be getting calm, we won't count that as an incident, but you know, just when you think it's getting calm, things pick up right up again. And that's what we've been seeing throughout the night. We'll send it back to you. I believe we're good.
Just use a crosswalk to go across.
He wants us to stay for one more hit.
I feel like we're really getting to know each other now.
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
Is there any way we can cross, you think? Yeah.
You want to do it from here?
Yes, please. Can't hear you guys if you're talking to me. I can't hear you. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, yeah, because I'm not feeling good out here, so can we come to me quickly here when he's done? Because there's a lot of people out here now, and there's no police.